in Katsina State. Several people died as the death toll rises into the heart of the matter tonight. And a group in northern Nigeria of the APC are agitating over the Muslim ticket and they're warning the president. Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I am Sean Wakimale here in Abuja. So much to talk about. We'll go to northern Nigeria where there was attack on a mosque. And now there are conflicting figures as to the number of people that have been killed in that attack. Police are saying a figure, lawmakers and leaders on the ground are saying something else. But we'll be getting a sense of what this means, especially for the security in the northeastern region, the northwest region of the country. And also, there are agitations within the APC, and there are those who are asking President Bola Tinubu to really think about the choice of his running mate ahead of the 2027 election. According to them, they say the northern Christians were left behind in the last election. We'll be getting to hear from that group in the APC in northern Nigeria. But first, before we get talking, let's check out some of your political roundup stories.
President Bola Tinubu has lauded the Nigerian armed forces for their successes in the war against insurgency and criminality, while emphasizing his administration's commitment to addressing the root causes of insecurity through strengthening the government security apparatus and ongoing economic reforms. President Tinubu made the remarks at the plenary session of Peace and Stability at the 9th meeting of the Tokyo International Conference for African Development, TICAD 9. The Independent National Electoral Commission INEC has scheduled Thursday, 21st of August 2025 for the supplementary election in Katsina South State constituency of Zamfara State. The resident electoral commissioner for the commission in Zamfara State, Mahmoud Isa, disclosed this during a stakeholders meeting in Gusau ahead of the rescheduled rerun poll at the Katsina South State constituency. The leadership of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) is accusing the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) of plotting to use security operatives to disrupt the rerun of the by-elections in Zamfara State this weekend. National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Mr. Debo Olunagba, made the allegations at a news conference in Abuja. He also asked the APC to take responsibility for the violence that trailed the exercise last Saturday, which forced the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to declare the elections as inconclusive.
Our party invites Nigerians and the international community to note that the APC's resort to setback intimidation and forcing election is a clear signal of the creeping totalitarianism and one-party state, which the APC has stated.
The Adamu Modibo-led group of the Social Democratic Party is accusing the Dr. Olu Agunloye group of attempting to parade unconstitutional national and state executives of the party. At a news conference in Abuja, Mr. Modibo described the conduct as unacceptable and also asked the public not to take them seriously. Mr. Modibo accused the Agunloye group of desperately seeking relevance using the Social Democratic Party as a tool and also using the police to intimidate some members of the party. A group of concerned youth of the Afghan Democratic Party in Adamawa State are calling on youth to be fully involved in political activities that will bring a general change in the political landscape of the country. They made the call while launching an awareness campaign in Hung local government area of Adamawa State. In Gombe State, the African Democratic Congress has ratified the decision to expel one Mr. Nafiu Bala for allegedly parading himself as the national chairman of the ADC and 3 others for anti-party activities. Addressing a news conference in Gombe, the state chairman of the party, Mr. Awal Abba, says Mr. Bala was invited to respond to allegations of anti-party activities and alleged misrepresentation of ADC's leadership, but failed to appear. According to Mr. Abba, the State Executive Committee will forward the decision to the national body of the ADC for enforcement.
All right, then. Yeah, you have it. You've been served with your political roundup story. So let me take you to a rather sad scenario that was played out in Katsina State. It was a scene of grief and outrage in Katsina State as the police have now confirmed that the death toll from the deadly mosque attack in Ungwa Mantau Malfumashi local government area of the state is written to 17. According to the police spokesperson, the assailants stormed the mosque during early morning prayers, opening fire on worshippers, while 15 people were killed instantly. 2 more later died in the hospital, but in a chilling counterclaim, the lawmaker representing Malumfashi constituency, Aminu Ibrahim, insists that the figure was far higher, alleging that up to 30 people may have lost their lives in the coordinated onslaught. The attack, which security officials describe as a reprisal strike, has thrown the community into mourning and renewed fears over escalating insecurity in the state. Reports suggest that the assault followed an earlier confrontation in which locals had resisted bandits, killing some and seizing weapons. The lawmaker, visibly emotional, says residents now live under constant fear, lamenting delayed security responses and appealing for permanent security bases in vulnerable communities, with mass burials held under heavy sorrow. Traditional and religious leaders have now joined calls for urgent intervention to protect rural dwellers in Katsina from the relentless grip of banditry in the area. To give us a sense of what is going on the ground, let's speak with one of those who are representing the people in the National Assembly. Honorable Sada Soli is a member of the House of Representatives representing Jibia Keita, Federal Constituency of Katsina State. Is live for us here on the program tonight. Honorable, it's a pleasure having you tonight on the program.
Sure, it's a pleasure having me.
Our hearts goes out to the very innocent people who went to the mosque hoping that they were going to worship and pray to God, and they met their end. How sad.
Shaun, this is the most unfortunate thing that should happen to our people when we are hoping that peace is returning to a number of local governments, particularly the frontline local governments in Katsina State. It's a very sad moment. It's a very serious setback in getting peace returned to our people, our local people, very innocent people. It's a very sad moment, and we are in a very serious grief. All the members from Katsina State in the National Assembly are very saddened to hear this unfortunate incident. But like you rightly said, this was a reprisal attack. The people were so lucky to have killed a number of these bandits. And you need to understand the most weakest time in our communities is the early morning prayers. That's when people just wake up and go to the prayers. That's the most unsuspected period people could expect.
And that's when they chose to strike.
Yes, because they live in the community. They know the culture and the tradition.
The bandits live in the community, right?
Absolutely. They are not coming from anywhere. These are people that are locals, that are known to the communities. And you see, they took the advantage of some communities that have gone into peace pact with them. So they can cross over without anybody interfering with them, and they can come back through that community that have gone into agreement with them to have settled, to have some relative peace with them. Remember, we have 4 local governments that have already negotiated peace, and there is complete peace in those local governments. There is Jibia, there is Bakori, there is Safana, and there is Damusa. Now they are working on Kurifi and Dusamba. All these 4 local governments, every farmer, everybody has gone to his farm, and there is complete peace in this local government. And they are taking advantage. Where there is peace, they move forward. Those who didn't agree with the peace, they move forward and get another new territory where they go and attack this soft target. But actually, it was a reprisal attack. It was unsuspecting attack from these locals. And we will continue to work on that. The government is working tirelessly to get these things done, but there are many other things that we require. the Air Force wing assets on ground in Katsina State needs to do more. Remember, why do we need Air Force now? Because now it is raining season. All the areas are covered with the crops going up, and these bandits, these criminals, they take the advantage of these crops coming up, hide under these crops, and attack these communities. So we need the beefing up of the air wing assets on ground in Katsina State, and also there is the need for more troops. They are doing their best, but this is the most critical time that we should need these people so that they can give areas that have not gone into reconciliation, that we have not achieved peace, cover. Close those corridors that they are coming from where there is peace, so that at least they can narrow them, they can close the gaps, they can close the corridors so that they can push them away.
Malum Fashi, the local government, is in southern Katsina.
Yes.
And if you notice, most of the attacks that we're seeing, strategically, you will discover in several parts of the country, either in Benue or in Nasarawa or in Katsina or in Kaduna, you see local government that are most vulnerable and not buried in the heart of the state. They are in the extreme. They are in the fringes of the state, such as you have Malum Fashi is also a border local government to yet another state. So
actually, Malum Fashi is not a border. It's not on the fringes. But they see that is Kankara. There is Kankara local government that have achieved peace now.
But there's a part of Malum Fashi that touches on the
absolutely.
That touches on the
Kankara is here, Malum Fashi is here,
absolutely.
Then Fontua is here. They are all contiguous local government.
Absolutely.
And that's why
you see that and I'm talking about the geography of how these bandits the type that operate in and go out of the state, or they're the ones who hold territory in the state.
They are the ones who hold territory in the state.
So they are known.
They are known, especially on the axis of Kankara, bordering Zamfara state. In this, they enter in Kankara, then they enter Malum Fashi, then they enter Fonto on this side. They are three contiguous local government. They all share borders. So these are some of the difficulties.
And these guys have been there troubling the area for a long time.
Absolutely, particularly with the influence of crisis in Zamfara state. You see, our major problem in Katsina state is actually the problem of Zamfara state.
So because if you solve the problem of Zamfara,
Katsina,
but what happened to the peace processes that we saw the former Aminu Masari? He started negotiating. He spoke to some. At some point, he said he was not doing that again. They dropped their arms, and we thought that there was. I mean, all of these guys were clear. In fact, some of these bandits, they were looking for them for a long time. One of the most notorious, I can't even remember his name, in Katsina State, is still not found up to now.
Well, you see, these people, they are not from the moon. These people, they are people that live with us. They are not people coming from somewhere. So the security operators, they know them. Some of them, they speak with them. You see, that is one of our concern. The government of Katsina State, for the government to achieve peace in Jibia, Batsari, Safana, Damusa. These are frontline local government, and they are contiguous local governments. And now I can remember they are almost getting to achieve peace in Kurufi, then Duzuma. If we get to that, then Kankara is next, Malum Fashi is next, Funtua, Dandume, Faskari, they are next. But we need the help of federal government. Katsina State alone, Katsina State government alone cannot.
This is not the first time. Malum Fashi, Faskari, Funtua, these areas have seen a lot of trouble over the past
because
years.
They are bordering, actually they are within the corridors of Zamfara State.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of similarity between those living in those local government and some local government in Zamfara. They're almost speaking the same people. And the issue will be, in your own view, what do you think could be a possible local solution?
I think the possible local solution is the federal government needs to give us much more attention. We need more attention.
In what sense?
In all senses
of security, both on the ground?
Both on the kinetic and non-kinetic. The efforts that is being done in the Office of the National Security Advisor, we need more of this assets more of these efforts to complement the efforts of the state governor and the government of Katsina State and the members of the National Assembly that are representing these people. We are doing our best. The government of Katsina State is doing its best. But the point is the federal government must be seen to be doing enough in Katsina State. If we can nip the bud in Katsina State, let me tell you this, we will achieve peace in Zamfara State. Because we are closing up these people. These people are tired. These criminals are tired too.
But can we look at what Ubasani is doing in Kaduna, for example?
You see,
there's a lot of quiet in Kaduna.
Yes.
Kaduna was more notorious.
Yes.
Zamfara became a child's play to what we saw in Kaduna, but there's a lot of quiet.
You see, that's another thing. You see, when you are trying to achieve peace in crisis areas, you must do it holistically. You see, one of the impact of peace in Kaduna State is coming back into Katsina State, especially Funtua, Rendume, Sabua, Kankara, Faskari, and Manufashi, because they are more closer to Kaduna State. And then there is a forest linking to all these local government getting into Benungwari forest and coming back here.
And Benungwari forest is a major one.
Yes, and
that it's a hideout, big hideout.
Absolutely.
If they kidnap, that is the forest where they hide them.
Absolutely. There is complete linkage of Faskari, Funtua, Manufashi, and Benungwari forest. So if you need to achieve this, that's why there is the need for federal government to get this thing right.
And I'll tell you for free, right, Honorable, and you can ask some of your colleagues in the House of Representatives. For example, in Kwara State, there are communities in areas of Patigi, in Kwara South, that traditional rulers had deserted, had ran away from their communities. Some of these bandits have taken over, rooted out community members.
Well, fortunately, we don't have that in Katsina State.
Yeah, so I mean, it's happening and a lot of citizens in Kwara State are saying, "What is come and help us?" And there was a statement that I saw from the Kwara State government today or yesterday about the effort of the federal government in but things. And I'm imagining that as you are chasing them out in Kaduna, chasing them in Zamfara,
run to another corridor.
They have to, yes. But what exactly are these bandits looking for?
It's criminality.
Okay.
What can a criminal look for? It's just a common criminality.
They're just criminal.
They're just criminals. What are they?
Cattle, money, kidnap, is that all?
It's just criminality. The sum total of the definition of what they do is criminality. What else? What do you gain in killing someone? What do you gain in killing someone? What do you gain in taking the properties of someone that does not belong to you? This thing is enough. Government must do more. Yes, we can applaud the efforts of our security forces, but more can be done.
Let's talk about casualty figures. The police have put the number at 17, but the lawmakers representing Manufashi says 30 people were killed. We do often see this kind of situation where there is disparity in casualty. It's important to be able to be accountable and make a proper reference on what has been lost, lives that have been lost, and maybe to put numbers and account properly to the people that have been missing. What do we know officially?
Shaun, let me be honest with you. At this moment, the number, one life is as equal as 100 lives. So we must not even make that thing as an issue. People's lives were taken innocently. That should be our consideration. Not talking about the number. One life is as equal of 100 lives. So what we're talking about, people are trying to pushing blame or looking for what to say. The issue is people's lives were lost. We must address the issue. We must protect the lives and properties of the people. That is my primary concern. And we members of the National Assembly, that is our primary concern.
But what happened to the agitation for state police and local methods in people securing and the security operatives and leaders in this, and there sometimes go in plateau that we understand that the secret police that advised the government of that state to say, let people learn how to defend themselves. Are the people of Katsina also learning on how to defend themselves? And considering the fact that as a lawmaker, what happened to state policing? What happened to the local method of people helping themselves when there is not enough of federal presence or federal power to be able to protect the government cannot protect everyone.
Oh, certainly. But
we don't even have enough.
It cannot protect everyone, but it can defend everyone. It cannot protect everyone.
But what are you and your colleagues doing in the area of lawmaking to ensure that we get this right?
We are supporting the issue of the state police. My state government is in the forefront in supporting state police. Remember, he was among the first who established this community policing. Community policing empowered the people to protect themselves, to be the first line that can protect themselves before the help of the conventional forces that can come to help themselves. And Katsina State at the moment is doing very well. It's doing very well with the Sea Watch. That's the community policing, which is very, very effective. It was copied by Zamfara State, it was copied by Sokoto State, and some other neighboring states have copied Katsina State, and we're doing very well. And then also you have local policing efforts that are being done by most local government. It's one of the reasons why we were able to achieve total peace in Jibia local government, in Batsari local government, in Safana local government, and in which other local government? In Musa local government. And then now, in the next 2, 3, or 4 days, we will achieve that peace in Kurfi local government and Dusoma local government. Remember, we started this crisis with about 21 local government. Today, we only have about 6 crisis areas in Katsina State. That is Kankara, Malumfashi, Paskari, Dandume, and Funtua. This is the theater of crisis now. Why? Zamfara State, all of them are bordering Zamfara State, and at the same time are joining the crisis-free areas of Kaduna State.
But under Aminu Masari as governor, there were local vigilantes that are being empowered. What about those?
We still have, that is the local outfit security forces. Yeah. The local vigilante, you call it NSAK. Then they are complementing the efforts of the Sea Watch that was established by Governor Radda. They are working together. Those that are given human intelligence, they will give those, because the local outfit, they know the communities, they know the need, they know the nooks and crannies of these places. So they help the effort of the community security outfit that was established by Katsina State government. But indeed, the local security outfit in different wards, in different local governments, they are doing very well.
All right. The lawmaker in Malumfashi is alleging that villagers warned security operatives of suspicious movements hours before the attack, but that the response came too late. Is this a failure of intelligence or deployment of sheer political will?
You see, it's not about political will. One, it could be failure of intelligence. You know, within the intelligence community, there are many layers on how you process and analyze information. And you need to understand the setup of our communities. The setup of our communities. Yes, there could be some complacency on the part of the security agencies. Yes, there could be some misinformation on the part of the communities. But the fact is, when you receive intelligence from locals on the issue of movement of suspicious people, the attention must be given to that kind of information, even where that information fails, to be true, because we're living in some kind of terrible moments, terrible times. You are dealing with people that are not scientifically well educated on how these things are. They attack randomly. They attack within understanding the culture and the tradition of the people without even bringing any science in it.
Give me a moment, Honorable. We go on a break, and when we return, we get the closing thought of Honorable Sada Soli on the situation in Katsina State, of course. After then, we will be speaking with a member of the APC who is leading a group in the north, saying President Bola Tinubu must consider or rethink his choice of running mate ahead of 2027 election. We'll be right back after this break. All right, then. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. So let's get back to the conversation with Honorable Sada Soli. Our closing moment now. Honorable, those who are in the interior somehow feel neglected. Some of them feel abandoned in the rural area. They said it's their response after tragedy strikes, not before. What do you think that can be done? You mentioned that there needs to be a more realistic effort in ensuring that the response time to some of these intelligence that are being given are being activated. What must we do?
What we should do, we should not be complacent.
Okay.
And we should not take into consideration there is peace on the next village, then there is no peace on the next village. I think we must be up doing it. We must not be complacent. And also, we must call the attention of these desperate politicians that are taking the advantage of this unfortunate happening, celebrating it just for the sake of politics. We must all come together and be circumspect, look at these issues so that we help our people. Politicians that are taking advantage over these unfortunate things, thinking that everything should be in the melting pot so that they will try their luck and get the opportunity to rule people, that is not going to be
Is this overwhelming the Rada government in Katsina?
No.
How is it reacting to it?
We are reacting to it positively. You see, government must always be put in check, whether from the within or from outside. It is normal. It's the normal trajectory of governance. Why not? What is there to be overwhelmed? Killing people? It's for you. It's for you to be sad.
As a security chief of your state, I mean, you could be overwhelmed if you don't have the wherewithal to be able to arrest.
No, that's not the governor is doing his best. If you know the trajectory of his efforts in attending to security issues in Katsina State, him to be one of the best.
I'd like us to conversation. There are, I mean, everything that what are reprisal.
Right.
A direct response to an earlier ambush.
Yes.
Where locals fought back and killed some bandits.
Right.
Should we these as a resilience?
Right.
Should we interpret these as a community resilience or a dangerous escalation?
Well, it's a community resilience. You see, it's a question, it's a fight between of something that has been there for quite too long. And let me be honest with you, these people have been squeezed.
Yeah.
There was nothing like this for a period of 7, 8, 9 months back.
So what now?
I think
what prompted now this?
Let me be honest with you. Yeah. There is some level of complacency on the part of the security agencies.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that is why, you see, and then adding to the environment, time is during rainy season.
Yeah.
The area is bushy.
Issue.
The area is bushy. Yeah. Is dark, and then there is the issue of also having peace in some other corridors, some other places. Yeah. There is no peace. Where you had agreed and negotiated a peace arrangement with these people, those that didn't agree with the peace, they migrate and they go to soft areas and attack. So that's why I said we must attend to this issue holistically. If Kaduna State achieve peace, Katsina must achieve it, Zamfara must achieve it, Sokoto must achieve it, and Kebbi must achieve it.
Honorable Sada Soli, thank you so much indeed. It's a pleasure. My heart goes out to those who have lost their families, loved ones, and the entire state in this dastardly act. People praying in a mosque early in the wee hours of the day, and they are being taken out by these terrible, terrible humans that are being filled with demons and devil. Well, thank you so much indeed.
Thank you so much for that.
My regards to Governor Radatu.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We'll take a break, everyone. But when we return, those who are agitating and they're warning or their words are directly to President Bola Tinubu, maybe tonight the president will be able to hear them. They're saying that there is a danger in the political strategy of the APC and the president needs to listen to them. We'll be hearing from this northern group. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us on the program. So the politics of 2027 is already heating up. And at the center of it all is a debate over Nigeria's sensitive power balance. So the Northern Ethnic Nationality Forum is urging President Bola Tinubu to drop Vice President Kashim Shettima ahead of 2027, warning against a repeat of the Muslim ticket that carried the APC to power in 2023. The group insists that inclusivity is vital to Nigeria's unity, pointing to what it described as the alienation of millions of northern Christians in the last election, where the APC lost critical states such as Plateau, Benue, Nasarawa, and even the Federal Capital Territory, arguing that a return to the same formula could cost the party more grounds in the Middle Belt and fuel deeper religious divide. Analysts note that while the APC leadership has not made its 2027 strategy official, recent changes in the party hierarchy suggest a Muslim ticket may still be on the table. The firm, however, warns that such a move could weaken the APC battleground regions, embolden the opposition, and resurrect memories of the Buhari-led military regime in 1985. The only time Nigeria had a fully Muslim executive. While acknowledging Shettima's competence, the group insists only a northern Christian running mate can rebuild trust, broaden APC's appeal, and secure up to 45% of the Middle Belt vote share in 2027. Let's speak with the leader of the northern group that is agitating for this. Dominic Alanche is live for us here in our studio. Thank you so much, Dominic, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Isn't this too late, too early in the day? Governance is what a lot of Nigerians will say. Let's focus on governance. So you're bringing, and you hear a lot of issues of ethnicity and religion when people want to start scheming. So people will say, this is another scheming that is coming up. Who is sponsoring this, Dominic?
So there's nobody sponsoring us. Like you rightly know, I'm a member of the All Progressive Congress, and I'm interested in, the party, my party, winning the 2027, general election. And you are also aware that there is a build-up, the opposition is really building up very seriously, against our party, in 2027. So the Northern Ethnic Nationality Forum is a group of Northern ethnic groups that cross across even religious, divide, party affiliations, that have come together, and have been having conversations around the political space, how the 2027 is going to look and stuff like that. So there's nobody sponsoring us. We are interested for those of us that are, members of this Northern Ethnic Nationality Forum, who are members of the APC. We felt it is the right time for us to come up with this advice. What we are doing is advice. We didn't want to go on the press.
Is it not a distraction?
No, it's not. It's not
governance.
It's not a distraction.
Look at the time of the day.
Governance.
Economy needs to be rebuilt. Security needs to be worked upon. A lot of issues need to be fixed in the country. We're talking about religion.
Absolutely.
But, what has gone wrong in Shettima doing his job?
No,
and you guys are saying, drop Shettima.
We are not saying there is anything wrong with Shettima, but what we are saying that there is everything wrong with the Muslim ticket. The Muslim ticket is a betrayal of our national covenant, which was engendered by our founding fathers, to avoid polarization, to avoid, disenfranchisement of certain, religious group. You know, and in the 2023 general election, there are a lot of Christians that were, disenfranchised as a result of that singular Muslim ticket. But you see, talk about, distraction. This is not a distraction. Like I said, we are only, advising Mr. President. And the onus is on Mr. President to pick who his running mate is in 2027. We are saying when that time comes, do not consider a Muslim
Why don't you wait for that time?
Well, if you are talking,
is it not too early in the day?
It's not too early in the day, because preparation precedes manifestation. You must be prepared. If you are not planning, if you are not preparing to succeed, then you must have been planning to fail. What we are telling the president as members of the All Progressive, Congress, as members, as citizens who are in touch with the grassroots, is that, look, there may be quietness now with these issues, but when the campaign commences, seriously, I'm telling you that there is going to be serious issues, because you see, the Muslim ticket, if it is retained, is going to pose a threat. Is going to deplete, our support base, because as I speak with you, and this is a very serious information, there is this information that Atiku and Obi may align. The opposition coalition, they are not sleeping. They are working very seriously. And if Obi and Atiku comes together, we are talking about almost 14 million votes, as against our 8 million votes in the past, in 2023 general election. So what we are saying is that, Mr. President, look, you have to, and not only that, Jonathan is around the corner. The issue of Jonathan, nobody should wave it aside with a simple wave of hand, because it's a serious issue. There are certain persons within the North that are pushing for Jonathan. Bring back Jonathan to them. In fact, they are forming a cult-like kind of a follower. It's an agenda for most of them. And if Jonathan is in the ballot, Atiku and Obi are in the ballot, believe me, the Muslim ticket is not going to fly. So let's have a balance on that ticket, so that we can be able to, reach out. People like us that are from the North Central, from the Middle Belt, can talk to our people. We can go to churches. We can go to Christians' enclave and speak to them, convince them, enlighten them, to vote for our party.
But your extrapolation seems to be on a wrong footing, on one ground. Because if you look at it, it was primarily the candidate of the APC in 2023 that had a Muslim ticket. Atiku ran with Ifeanyi Okowa, who is a Christian. Peter Obi ran with Senator Dati, who is a Muslim.
You're Muslim.
And in all of that, in fact, Kwankwaso ran with a bishop. And in all of that, Bola Tinubu defeated all of them based on the figures released by INEC. If you look at that, no matter what happened, there are those who will say, if you go to the north, where Christians are seen as minority, is in the northwest or in the northeast, because the northwest result of the northwest was what gave President Bola Tinubu the lift and the push and the advantage, not in the north central, not in the northeast. Is in the northwest, followed by the southwest. All other votes, just a moment, between the southwest and the northwest, President Bola Tinubu had more than 50% of his votes. So, that mathematics is not mathing at all.
You see, let me tell you, the 2023 general election, if you look at the voting pattern, you will understand that in the north, the president scores just about 36%, of the
My producer can bring back those figures, Bola Tinubu's figures in 2023.
Yeah, in 2023, the president scored just 36% of the northern vote. And like you rightly said, Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Kwankwaso, they all ran with a Muslim but it's a balanced ticket. But what we are saying this time around, in 2027, the dynamics may not be the same with what happened in 2023. If Peter Obi and Atiku can align, can have, a consensus amongst themselves and agree on a single ticket, I'm telling you that it's going to deplete our support base, because that alone, they are coming to the table, they are coming in their kitty, they already have over 14 million votes or 13 million votes. So what we are saying is that the president should rethink. The president should jettison the Muslim ticket, because in 2027, given the fact that, the opposition coalition party are aligning, it's not going to favor us, Dominic, in 2027.
Let's look at the numbers. So, and if you look at it, this is what Bola Tinubu got in the... So your fear majorly is in the North Central. That is where the issue
Absolutely. And if you look at it in terms of the numbers, the North Central delivered about 1,760,933, 933 votes, which is about
38.58% votes. So this is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. Now, even with a Muslim ticket, Tinubu still got 1.7 million votes in the North Central. And if I switch to Peter Obi's votes by region, you will understand what I'm saying. That it doesn't look like the North cares or cared about the Muslim ticket. Look at what Peter Obi got in the North Central.
In the North Central.
He got 1.4. Even with Muslim ticket, Bola Tinubu with Muslim ticket defeated or got more votes than Peter Obi in the North Central. Now, look at Southwest, for example. Look at what in the North Central, Peter Obi got 1.4 million votes, which is 31% of his vote. Even in the Southwest, for example, where you would have thought that the Muslim ticket could also be a factor, look at what Peter Obi got. Flip it to the Bola Tinubu's figures. Go to Bola Tinubu's figures. In the Southwest, Bola Tinubu got 2.2 million votes. In the Northwest, Muslim ticket worked for Bola Tinubu 2.6 million votes. Look at what he got in Northeast. He got 1.1 million votes against North Central that shouldn't have voted for Bola Tinubu. In the Northeast, Muslim ticket would have worked for Bola Tinubu. In North Central, Christian voted for Bola Tinubu, as again the Northeast, where Muslim ticket would have worked for him.
Yes.
So in the old scheme of things, the mathematics of Muslim ticket did not crop up in 2023. And that's the fact, that as far as the figures are concerned. Except if you say 2027 is going to be a different kind of
Exactly. I told you that 2027 is going to be a different ball game altogether.
But we are seeing the same players that are likely to emerge, Dominic.
Yes, they are likely to emerge. And if they emerge, their numbers, like I said earlier, Peter Obi, Atiku already have about 13 million votes in their kitty against our 8 million votes.
Peter
so
Obi
what we
and
are
Atiku
saying,
coming together is
going
Peter
to
Obi
be a
and
very...
Peter Obi
yes.
and Atiku coming together.
Absolutely.
What vote did they garner in 2019?
In what?
That's the question. In 2019.
Yeah.
Both of them, what vote did they get in 2019?
No, I may not be able to tell you the vote that they got in 2019, but the truth of the matter is that if they are able to come together, in 2023, if they had come together in 2023, it would have been a very serious, minus or a threat. APC wouldn't have even been able to make it, in 2023. But what we are saying is that we need to prepare for 2027. And like I told you, by next year, 2026, the campaign will kick off proper. And one of the issues that the coalition are going to be using against our party is the same faith ticket, that may not augur down well with Nigerians. And you see, when you are talking about, a lot of persons have have been, reaching out to me that we should talk about competence, we should talk about capacity, we should talk about issues that will advance governance. Yes, we will talk about that. And my question to them, are you saying that among the Christians within the Middle Belt region, we do not have, competent people that can replace, a Shetima on the ticket? We have them. And if you are saying that religious does not matter, then why are you taking it so serious that it must be a Muslim ticket?
So now the
why are you having issues with people like us that will come out to say, okay, let the APC fly a balanced ticket, which is a Muslim-Christian ticket?
There are regions of
why will you be having issues with that? If you say I should not have issues with the Muslim ticket, then you also should not have issue with the Muslim-Christian ticket.
Do you remember what happened in 1993?
Tell me.
On the Abiola ticket.
1993 is not 2027.
But the question
it's not going to be 2027.
When Nigerians are faced with the real issues,
yes,
and poverty, economic issues, where the things that on the people's mind in that election, and people never mind where King Gibe was from, or where Abiola, what religion King Gibe or Abiola
you see, one of the mistakes
so the question
is, including the media...
Just a moment. APC going into the 2027 election, they would be telling Nigerians what they've done. And that will be the campaign. That this is what we said we were going to do, and this is what we have done, because Nigerians have been long divided along ethnic and religious lines, which are sore points of our politics that we shouldn't be bringing up. It's dividing our country. And I'm sad. It's sad that your group is bringing this up, and this time of the day, you are distracting governance.
No, we are not distracting governance.
You are.
You see,
because when you are calling the president, attention of the president, you are asking the president to drop Shetima, that's going to cause a lot of trouble within the political sphere and in the power cycle.
We didn't really come out to say drop Shetima, but we are saying the Muslim ticket is not going to fly. And the onus is on Mr. President to choose or pick whoever will be his running mate in 2027. And you see, Sean, let me make this point. You see, one of the mistakes most people always make is to think that, you see, our reality, you have failed to identify with our, current reality. Our religion has become part of our reality. Shehu, I'm a northerner. I was born and brought up in Connaught, Kaduna State, and I can tell you, I stand to be corrected. There is no Muslim, and number one thing you will do, whether you are in politics, whether you are in business, is your religious considerations.
Let me ask you.
So why will you come and tell me that as a Christian, I should not put forth my own faith also into consideration?
Let me ask you.
Because we are distracting. We are not distracting governance.
In this government, Mr. Alancha, is President Tinubu discriminating against Christians in this first term?
No, I'm not saying that he's discriminating against Christians, but what I am saying, the fact that he's running on a Muslim ticket, and if there is any intention, even though they came out the other time, the presidency issued a statement that there is no decision on that, whether they are retaining, Shetima or they are replacing him. There is no decision on that yet.
Let's assume that
we are saying.
Let's assume that Kashim Shetima converts to a Christian. Would that be okay for you?
I don't see that possibility. I don't see that possibility, Mr. Shehu. I don't see that possibility.
All right, Dominic Alancha, thank you so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm sure Kimberly. God bless Nigeria.